But Eddie, like even coming with that, like even through college, like I'm doing jump to the ball in my practice, X and out, rotating, which these kids don't know how to do a closeout. You know what I mean?
Right.
So going into these college practices, you got top of the line kids, and you're teaching them elementary stuff. No one's teaching these kids anything too on their way up. So, like you say, you just let them go out there and play. I mean, I saw a kid in, I'm not going to name no names. I saw a kid at EYBL this weekend. Everybody loved him. He's one of the top players in the country. He was playing 1-on-4. He's scoring, but I don't want that shit.
I know who
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean? He's
about.
playing 1-on-4. So
Yeah.
again, a lot of these coaches over there oohing and on, but I said, no, thank you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just and nothing's told to him. Just think if you're coaching a team, the kid going 1-on-4, you got a kid wide open in the corner, he's shooting on 4 people.
I'll be pissed. I'll be
Well,
mad. I'll be mad
that's
because
what
that
you're
ain't
dealing
who.
with. Yeah, but that's what you're dealing with now. Like you said, the same thing. You get these kids, like he's a top player. Coach ain't gonna tell him nothing, but they'll respect him more if they tell him to play the right way. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
And I feel
So
like this: if you in it just to have the best player, and that's all you worried about is I need to have the best player on my team, and I'm scared of losing them, then you in it for all the wrong reasons in the first
yeah,
place. So
Yeah, that's facts.
when I was coming up in AAU, it was about relationships. It was about raising young men, helping them develop. Like it was to the point where they would teach you on and off the court, and that's what built the longevity in those relationships and those
yeah,
organizations. It wasn't just about having a top kid having the best sneakers and uniform. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, times have changed and the game is murky. The water is murky now. So I don't really know how it works now. But just hearing that part, man, they worried about losing the top talent and they if that's all you worried about, then you in it for the wrong reason. And that's
for
just
Yeah.
sure.
you
All
in.
of them is like that. I'm telling you, all of them
And
is
whatever
like that.
comes from that, you low key deserve it. Because like I said, your intentions are wrong in the first place.
Mm.
So now it's another thing if you developing this talent, you done raise this puppy since he was, a jit and you raise him until his talent. I think the genuine love is gonna be there, you know, off
Off
rip.
rip.
It's an
Right.
automatic thing. So like I said, if you in it for those reasons, then that's
Yeah.
the results you're getting is because of the territory you in, which is
Yeah.
whatever.
Boogie, I've always admired your footwork. Like we talked about Al Jefferson, and his
Mhm.
footwork is crazy, for sure. But so was yours. You had a mixture of. I thought you were a mixture of TD, of C Webb, of like you can shoot threes, mids, post up, all of that. Talking about coaching, where did you get that from? Like that's not normal for you to be that skilled in so many different areas.
Um, well, for me, I was always a player that wasn't, afraid to try things. And as far as the players that I always modeled my game after, it was never, just a typical big. I was never the most athletic guy. I couldn't jump high. I wasn't the strongest guy in the gym. Obviously, players like Shaq, every big man wish they could be
Yeah.
Shaq. Just be
Right,
strong,
right, right.
violent, just dunk every time. That wasn't my ability. So for me, it was just figuring out my advantages as far as playing the game. And once I kind of figured out those advantages, I kind of paid attention to certain type players that had similar type advantages. And I was kind of a sponge, but I did it from like afar because most guys that I kind of modeled my game after, I never really had a relationship with. I just kind of watched their film, watched their videos, things like that.
Mm.
I would kind of steal it from that. I was more of like, I guess you could say, an analyzed learner, or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, that's mostly how I, kind of pieced my game together. I fell in love with a lot of bigger wings, Carmelo Anthony. The first guy I modeled my game after was a guy named Stanley Robinson. That was a guy from my hometown. He was like my superhero. He was the first guy I would consider the superstar. So, or the closest thing to one. So I modeled my game after him a lot. And I'm kind of just this mud of a player, and these are the results of it.
So real quick, man, you said something very interesting. I think a lot of these kids and even professionals now, they deal with that fear of failure.
Mhm.
Why weren't you afraid to fail at such a young age? Like, where did that confidence or that mindset come from?
I mean, bro, I ain't have shit. Like, I
Right,
mean,
right.
dude, I wasn't in the position to have an ego. I wasn't in the position to be embarrassed. Like, I didn't have an ego. Like, I had nothing. I was just somebody trying to figure life out. And you know, I never till this day I ain't really a person that really gets embarrassed because I mean I don't look at failure as a bad thing. It's like
Yep.
I don't know nobody that just got everything right
Yeah.
every time I don't know that person. Like so as far as failing or fucking up or I mean that's just life, bro. So
Yep.
that is something that I understood at an early age and you know, as far as failing, I ain't really care about it. I
Yeah.
cared more when I got it right.
Yeah.
That's when the most emotion came out. And when I failed, it's just like, oh, fuck. All right, let me try this shit again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, or if I failed and I'm getting critiqued about it from, say, one of my coaches, you know, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what they see and what I can do to do it better. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and also, I just never put myself in the box. I speak on that, but I feel that I speak on that about life, and I feel like that when it comes to the game of basketball. You know, when I trained to be a player, like I did everything. I didn't want to just do jump hooks because
Yeah.
coming up when you was if you was over
Yeah.
6'5",
Right.
you was playing center. Like,
You're
period.
right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And everybody wanted every kid to be fucking Kareem. Like, bro, I don't want to be Kareem. Bro. Like, I don't want to do no damn sky hook. Like, nah. I'm trying to shoot this fade away. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Yeah.
20. I'm trying to do all that. Like,
Yeah.
so and there's no knock to Kareem because obviously he's a great.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just not where the game was in my time. So for me, it was just, you know, I tried everything and I wanted to be good at everything.
Who was your
Yeah.
vet? Who was your vet though? Like when you came in, was it all youngsters?
All young. My vet was Tyreek Evans, who was drafted the year before me.
Oh man, yo,
Mm.
you was full of youngsters.
You
And
know
you
what I'm
want
saying? So
and let me tell you my vets. I'll let Mike rattle off his vets. Right, listen to my vets though. You gonna crack up. I had Tim Hardaway,
okay,
Anthony Mason, God rest his soul,
okay,
AC Green, uh,
okay.
Dan Morley, Cedric Ceballos. You know what I mean? Those was my OG
You
vets.
had real
Really,
vets though, real
huh?
vets.
Yeah, but really, my real vet was Anthony Mason. Salute to him.
Sure.
That was my. He really put it down for me. You know what I'm saying? Held it down for me all the time wherever we went. You know what I'm saying? I had to just do little errands. They never. Oh,
Yeah.
Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning.
That's all.
I had to
Yeah.
do little small shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not no crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Bring donuts to it. I just had to do little small shit. You know what I'm saying? Run to the
Who
stove
was
for.
yours, Mike?
Yeah, you gotta remember, I came in on the Grizzlies, so it was like everybody was. It's like a filling spots we had. So I mean, you have Michael the Animal, um,
Who?
Big
Michael the
Dog.
Animal.
Who
I
is
Who
forget
that?
is?
what his last name is, but they call him Animal. We had Doug West. Like we did, we had guys. You got to remember, our team was made of teams that nobody that they didn't want.
Yeah.
You got to remember, we was coming
Yeah,
out
but
with
expansion team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it was like you get to protect 8 people. So out of the 5 on your team, these are the 5 people that weren't protected. So it wasn't really nobody that could. I was one of the highest draft picks, so I kind of came in to the process. Like Doug West was probably the guy that kind of thing, but Doug was kind of a rough person. To like, hey, bro, give me some fucking donuts tomorrow. I said, first of all, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. And second of all, if you you know what I mean, if you want some donuts, you can ask the right way. He didn't ask the right way, so I didn't get no donuts. You know what I mean? So that's just we're fighting for our lives out there, bro. Like straight up, like
Hey, so what happened? So what happened after you didn't get the donuts?
nothing,
Uh, that ain't no
nothing.
real
Hey,
vet, man.
Yeah. They
oh,
exactly. They ain't no real vet, Boogie.
That ain't
hey,
no
So
real vet.